What's up, Team Handsome Guy? It's your boy Ryan back with another video, and today I wanted to give you the 10 questions that you must ask yourself to determine whether or not your passion or path can make you money. When you're trying to make yourself into a brand online, you have to look for certain criterias and certain things. There are telltale signs that will tell you, A, you can build an audience, and B, you can actually make money from that audience. So these 10 questions, if you can answer them properly, will do that for you. So let me throw some context on what you're about to watch. This is actually from my last Icon Live event. Maybe you've heard of it. You've been following my stuff for a while. I had 22 guys come from all over the world. China, London, Mexico, right here to St. Petersburg, Florida. The next Icon is actually January 27th through 28th. There should be a link under this video if you want to check that out, decide if it's for you. But it's all about how to make 5K to 25K a month, turning yourself into a personal brand, utilizing things like YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, email lists, all social media, anything that you can put out there for free, provide value to the world. That's what I'll be teaching there. So let's get right into it. If you can answer these 10 questions, you will know if your passion will make you money. Here, if we need to take another break, we can, or we can just power through this because it's not going to be that long. I know there's a few guys in here that don't really kind of like undecided on what they wanted to, do, like as far as what path to take. And even everybody in this room, if you know what you're doing, this little like quiz here, I guess you could call it, will help you figure out if you're doing the right thing. I'll go through it because I want everybody to kind of do this and like put this down. So if you already have your niche in mind, you can start answering these. But if you can answer all these questions, like kind of think of like on a scale 1 to 10, like you have a strong or like a very defined answer. Write it down or think about it. But this will kind of show you if you're on the right path to like something that's going to make money. So it's like, what value are you offering to the world? Meaning, what skill do you have that you can offer to the world? Who is that value targeting? Why does this value matter to them? Why do people want you to give them this value? How long have you been obsessed with this? How much of this is actually part of who you are or somebody you're just trying to become? How well can you leverage these strengths? How quickly can you learn the skills necessary to become the best or an icon? Are you already an authority, or how quickly can you become one? What is this demand for offering of your skills of value you're about to provide? Does this offer satisfy an urgent need? Does this give people reasons to rally together? Can people you inspire teach this to others? Is there a clear and defined targeted outcome for this? Are others already making money in this area? Now, you're probably not going to be able to answer all those spot on, but do your best. And this will help. This will help you just get a little clear on like who you're talking to, what value you can bring them. Do they all make sense? Do you have any questions on any specific of these questions?
I was going to say, can people you inspire teach this to others? I was going to say, I could look at it as a good or a bad thing, because if people can teach it to others, then it's kind of like you're obsolete. But is that? Obviously, I think nobody forgets
who they learned something from. What I mean by that is, if you have a skill of podcasting and you do it well, and you can teach that to others, and then they can go teach that to other people too, then you have a skill that you can get paid for. Is basically kind of the framing there. Okay. And then ultimately the question is that you want to simplify is like your little elevator pitch is, I help blank do blank because. And like if any of these, like not everybody's going to have a super clear answer. Like even this is hard for me to go through and answer all of them, but it'll help you like what value you're offering to the world. That's like most people get stuck there. Like what can you provide? Like what would people pay you for? And getting clear. And then it's like, okay, is there already somebody doing this in the world? Are they getting paid well for it? That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. People think there's, it's competition. No, that means that there's people making money doing it. That means that you can too. Why does this value matter? Like, why do people need, like when I started talking about dressing better, I knew that they wanted to be more successful women. They wanted to get people to give them more respect. How much this is actually part of who you are. I was like everything that I taught. I lived in Breeze style. I taught it to all my friends. I talked to it to all my friends. How well can you leverage these strengths? Videos, podcasts, audios, all these different ways. How quickly can you learn the skills necessary? If it's like something like that one that one might not apply to everybody if you're already doing what you want to do. But if you're super passionate about skydiving, like I think it's like 10 classes and you can jump out of a plane for free. So that's the steps necessary. So there's always steps necessary to become that expert. Are you already an authority, or how quickly can you become one? Meaning, maybe you've been doing style for a while, or maybe you've been pole vaulting all your life. You're an expert. Maybe you are interested in, go-kart racing, and you're very passionate about it, but you don't know. So how fast can you become the top guy? Is it like, a class a day every day for 6 months? Are you willing to go through that? So it's like putting everything into perspective. Does this offering satisfy an urgent need? Like, are you physically helping somebody quickly do something? Does this give people a reason to rally together? Like I talked about Order of Man today. That's a reason for people to come together. Like, that's not everything doesn't have all these to the T. There's different things. Can people you inspire teach this to others? Meaning, if you're teaching like a business building skill, can you teach this to somebody else and then they go enrich more lives? That means that you have a skill that you can be paid for. Is there a clear and defined targeted outcome? Meaning, like, I help you make 5K a month in 90 days. The more clear you can get on something like that, the better off, it's easier it's going to be to sell. And then are others already making money, meaning there's a market for it. Like that last one, like when I did my BMX stuff, there wasn't anybody doing it making money. That was partially because the market wasn't big enough and partially because it was a trend-setting thing that I was about to do. So sometimes that could skew. You may be doing something completely new, but if it fits all the other qualities, it's still something that you should pursue. And then ultimately, it's like, I help blank do blank because that's like the quick answer. So, Eddie, do you guys have questions on that? Or, I urge you to get deep with this. Like, really think about it. Like, you don't have to do it today. You can take this home, but this will help you get clear. You can do this for multiple like passions to kind of see like, which one maybe you should focus on more. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that I always tell people, because everybody wants to know, is how do I know if I should just do something? Is if you had to make a video, write an article, or a podcast, or something every day for the next 365 days, could you do it and not get paid and still be happy at the end of it? Because that's usually about what it takes as far as what you're about to do. It could be a lot sooner than that you'll get paid, but for the most part, you have to be willing to do that before you get paid. And I think like this and the demographic targeting, if you can kind of work on that, like you'll save yourself months of frustration as far as what to do.
Have you ever done paid Instagram ads?
No, I'm going to start, but I've never done them. I've done a lot.
On those, I know you can like choose kind of like demographics and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. You can get deep.
You can get real deep. Facebook, you can get even deeper, but I feel like Instagram is just kind of like dipping your toe in.
Yeah, Instagram, they're going to keep bringing that to make it happen. Like, it's going to get more and more over the next, like, year or two, I would assume. Yeah. But, yeah, like, Facebook, you can target people that pick their nose with their left hand, like, if you really wanted to. It's deep on Facebook.
For sure. More value, I guess.
But, yeah, like I said, you can do this for multiple things. And, even if you have something that you already want to do this, but maybe, like, I want to try something else, like, this will be able to tell you if there's, like, a way to make money from it, or at least give you an idea of like, all right, maybe I should pursue that. So I knew not everybody here was going to need this, but I knew there'd probably be a few guys here that would help out tremendously. And there's actually a good guy. I got this from, his name's Jonathan Mead. And he has like a product called like the Become a Trailblazer. This was like his free PDF. Like he'd give these questions. I rephrased them a little bit because some of the wording he did didn't make sense to me. But yeah, if you're struggling with finding your passion, that's like his thing. That's what he teaches is finding your passion. But ultimately, I got his free thing and I bought his product, and that's pretty much what that is. So if you can get clear on those and like a demographic, you're pretty much set. So that wraps up all of the, I would say, the teaching content. Now we got how to make and film dope videos people watch and some of the specifics, the gear I use and why. So let's take a little like 15-minute break and then we'll get into that. For this video, I hope you guys enjoy that and really kind of dig deep on those questions, because I'm sure you can answer those and it will help kind of flush out your ideas and whether or not you can make money from whatever it is is your passion or your path. With that said, though, if you enjoyed this content and you want to learn more about turning yourself into a personal brand, check that link below. Join me at the next Icon Live here in St. Petersburg, Florida, January 25th through 27th. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.